Alright, so let's move on to actually break up the simulation with some more variations we can make in the solver. So one of the things I can do is again create a bunch of macro solvers here underneath the velocity update. I'll drag this up and create a merge because I know I'm gonna need a fill. So merge right there. Okay. Now we can do a few things here. One of the things we can do is first some disturbance, right? So gas disturbance. Okay. Alright. Now this is gonna allow me to have some variation on the gas, so they're not like a straight line or things like that. So we can here the default setting is gonna do something. The block size is basically how small or big the detail will be. Smaller value gives you smaller details. That's disturbance amount, right? And what is actually disturbing is actually here. So it's disturbing this field called temperature, right? That's using density to do that. Now we don't have the temperature to disturb. We can actually disturb instead of the temperature. We can disturb actually the velocity. Now because the velocity is it's still calculating. If it's really annoying to wait for it to calculate, you can turn off the brain here to disable the update. So we can actually just do our settings here first. So we're again disturbing the velocity field, okay, and then we can disturb field, because it's a vector, right? We have to turn that on because it is a vector, right? So we can also visualize the velocity field. Go to the velocity and take a look. And then that's the velocity field, which is a little weird. So let's actually resimulate now. We have to again turn on the head, and let's take a look at what kind of velocity we're getting after that disturbance. As you can see now, it's really disturbing the velocity to give it some more variation down the way. Okay, stop it right here. Right. So everything seems to be fine, but if you don't like the size or things like that you're getting, you can of course tweak these guys. Like I kind of like wanted to have smaller disturbance. I can maybe change the block size to from 1 instead of 0.3. Then I will have smaller variations on those disturbances, right? So our sorts of things we can get. Another thing that we can probably change is underneath the velocity. The source that we get the velocity. We're basically adding the velocity, so they're getting stronger and stronger. So the scale velocity can be a little weaker too, maybe 0.5 or so. So we're not getting a lot of velocity every time when we read it, and that should give us a more of a full spectrum of the velocity changing. Like they're not like going super strong when they're emitting outwards, right? Okay, so yeah. Now of course visualizing those things are important, but if you really want to see what's happening, it's probably better to just go take a look at the result of the smoke. Now one of the things I do realize is that maybe I just need a little bit more density, and I probably need to have a weaker disturbance. So here disturbance 0.75, I'm going to change that to 0.5, so not having that much. Don't really want them to be moving too crazy, and also I want more to be visualized there. So scale source volume, let's try something a little bit more dramatic, like 8 times more, right? So we can get a little bit more, so we can see more. As you can see, it's not very nicely looking like they're kind of like creating those repetitive trails. Of course we can crank up the sub steps to get better result, but that's going to be very time consuming. So let's see if we can have something else. We can have disturbance, right? We can probably also have other like variations like this turbulence field and things like that to really vary these guys. So let me actually turn off the visibility of the velocity for now, so I can really see what's going on here. Oh, another problem. When we're reaching here, like on frame 3, and we keep going, and that's a little cut off right there. That's not cool. So here I need to maybe turn this on frame 3, so that it just starts to update in real time on that frame. It's still having some problem actually taking care of the leading edge, but we'll see how that looks like eventually. So I'm gonna just leave it for now, because it could be the camera angle is really like far away and no one really cares or see that are gonna see that anyways. Okay, so I really hate that. Right. Again, substep could help with that, but let's see if we can. I guess there's no easy way because they're flying super fast. I may need to crank up the substep to 2 at least. So here underneath our, let's actually go to the outside of the smoke simulation and substep right here, change that to 2. So we're actually calculating more down the way. Let's take a look. But again, this is gonna crank up the render simulation time a lot too. Still getting that, which is not quite nice. So some substep would be nice, but still I kinda really need to be able to, you know, break up that. Okay, so let's see if there are any other ways we can fix it in the earlier stage of our simulation. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my substep back to 1 for now, and in the next one we're gonna actually do some tweaking of our emitter, because those are actually from the emitter. Right, those dots are actually product from the emitter, and the emitter is having those dots separated that way, and that's why you're seeing this. So the only way, or one of the ways we can fix that, instead of having a lot of calculation substeps, we can actually go ahead and just fill in more points down the way. That could help too. Okay, it's not bad at all. It's just something we can enhance more if we wanted to. Okay, that's gonna be it for this tutorial. We just add a little bit more variations using the disturbance. We fixed the clipping problem a little bit, and let's actually go back. When we see those results now, it's really time to consider, like, do we have to tweak something earlier or things like that. So alright, I'm gonna stop the tutorial right here. In the next one we're gonna address that right away. Okay, see you.